Super turtle.
Turtle.
Yeah. Whoa! Press start.
Super turtle on 14 tonight. Everybody set up your Cobra line, and we're gonna make them resign. Hey, what is up, guys? Topher here, bringing you another high-level Halo Wars commentary today. We're going to be playing on Repository against ILHX and Extrakz, and they'll be running Cutter Arbiter, and I will be with BH I'm Too Legit, and we too will be running Cutter Arbiter in this first game of 2. So, it's been a little while since I've talked to you guys. Just things in the matchup as far as getting a video knocked out these last few weeks, and I've been thinking about doing it for about a week or so, but I'm just back in school now. And just things didn't line up. I was busy doing other things in real life. But here's a video for you. But if you were missing Halo Wars videos, there was no shortfall of Halo Wars videos in these last couple of weeks when I haven't made a video. So say what you want about me, but I, as one of the biggest Halo Wars channels that still uploads consistently, I kind of feel it's a little bit of my responsibility to inform you guys of the new Halo Wars commentators. So recently, Knife Pro, there's been 2 new Halo Wars channels. One is Knife Pro, and another one is I1 Wars. Those 2 channels I'll be linking in the description. They have a little bit of different styles when it comes to uploading their videos. For the sake of the analogy, it's kind of like a quantity versus quality. Just for the sake of analogy. Knife Pro just pretty much uploads almost any high-level game against recognizable players, 9 out of 10 times, and doesn't have commentary on most of them because of his recording setup doesn't allow him to do commentaries or something. And I1 Wars, his channel is Halo Wars, youtube.com/Halo Wars Gameplay. Knife Pro's is KP Layouts, but like I said, I'll put them both in the description. But yeah, I1 Wars does commentaries on pretty much all of his videos, and they're a little less frequent, but he's been pumping them out pretty decently, much more than I have been. But yeah, you have a little bit more energy to make videos at the very start, I guess. So yeah, those 2 channels, if you want to check out some more Halo Wars commentators and gameplay, then feel free to go check those out. And yeah. So I guess I'll get into this game a little bit. It is on Repository, like I said, and this game I decided to go on to offense. We went offense and hogs, and I got both of my grunts through, and now I was doing fiendish, but instead I'm going to decide to upgrade a pad because I'm going to plan on recalling. We camped one of their grunts, so they got 1 grunt through and have hogs and RB on offense, and we got 2 grunts through and had hogs and RB on offense. So because I got that extra run through, we are ahead on the building damage, so I upgraded that pad instead of getting fiendish because I knew I wanted to have some money to recall. So that's exactly what I did. I'm obviously ahead right here. I have 3 pads up with 1 heavy, and right now he has 2 pads up, and one of the pads are even half health. So I'm gonna just start heading back up on the offense, and yeah, they also recalled their Arbiter, but the thing is, he recalled his Arbiter after I did, but he really probably, if I were him, I think I would just stayed up on offense due to the fact that even with him recalling, I'm still ahead of him. But it is what it is. That's how it played out. So we still have 3 hogs on offense, and I'm slowly making my way back across the map. And we're just trying to keep down pads, and hopefully I can get back up on the offense and deny their pads. So it looks like their 3 warthogs come back to my base, and I'm just trying to bless a bunch of pads. As you can see right there, you can see a glimpse of a suicide grunt popping out the front of their base. That was a really big grunt for them because this is going to allow Extrakz to get not even with me, but it's definitely going to help him out a lot because he's going to be able to drop another pad for basically, not free, but it just lets him even out the building damage a little bit because ultimately we both got 2 suies through now. Because Legit was just a little late to camp that grunt. So yeah, that was really nice for them to be able to even up this game a little bit. But I do still have 2 heavies on him, and I did recall, and I had to actually just pick you. Basically, when you recall, you just got to pick a side to run to, and you can try to juke him out a little bit. But you just pretty much got to pick a side. And unfortunately, I picked the wrong side, and I didn't catch a single hog on this recall. But instead, I'm just going to build a Sui. He is non-fiendish, and I am on Citadel now, and he is not. If we can kill that red bar pad, I'm still going to be ahead. I think even I am ahead because I have 2 heavies, and he has 2 non-blessed and 1 blessed. But yeah, I'm building this grunt. There's a random hog. I tried to rage it, tried to get into rage glitch, but I couldn't. So I try to throw the grunt into his arbiter, and he walks away a little bit. So I don't end up landing that grunt, but I know he probably called out, so I'm just going to get into rage glitch again and kill this hog before it can get a ram on my grunt. And that's what we do. We do have a tank out now, and legit looks like he's going with his 1 hog or so on offense to scout out yellow to see what's going on there. But I'm walking my grunt to the back. He's trying to rage my pads. He's hitting my RB on accident. And yeah, I'm going to try to land a grunt into him and try to make him rage my arbiter while we try to also throw a tank into him. Just because we just want to force him to drop a heal, which it looks like he is low enough health right at this point where he does need to be healed if he would like to really use his arbiter in an engagement. So I'm going to just upgrade, bless all my pads, and go into double summit because we are ahead. And yeah, so we didn't end up getting that red bar pad, which kind of sucks. But I'm clearly still ahead because I am on Citadel with a summit building already. And yeah, here's the second summit going up. And yeah, we're gonna go to the middle now so I can try to get some middle money. Maybe we'll get a stunner sentinel. And where we're gonna be thinking about pushing pretty early because we feel like we're in the lead. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the whole double offense ended up being more in our favor than theirs, just because we outbuilding damaged them after all is said and done. So yeah, I'm gonna try to walk this Sui all the way across the map and get that red bar pad because I want to kill that pad because it's so weak. So he's gonna that suicide run's gonna go on a journey across the map, and we're gonna see if he's gonna be able to kill one of those pads. But yeah, we have 3 tanks and a stunner, it looks like, and I'm just picking up a bunch of money. This money is going to allow me to easily double pump banshees with my 4 upgraded pads, and maybe I'll be able to tech my arbiter soon to just help out a little more with the raging. So we're pretty much just in a little bit of a down point in the game. You can see they did send a hog to see if we were clearing the middle maybe. And they now know we do have the middle because they can see the banshees and stunner. And yeah, I'm just getting further and further ahead by picking up this money and building banshees. So he is on Citadel now, and I should be able to get this pad with my banshees. So I'm just going to throw the Sui into the building summit. But yeah, so Extrakz I think is going to try to get into the suicide's going to end up dying, so mission failed. But Extrakz decided to go summit 6, and I believe he's trying to save into vampires. So his eco is not the best. Right now, since I killed that pad, he's on 3 upgraded pads and a summit and a temple, obviously. And he's just trying to save into vampires. So I have about maybe like 6 banshees on the field, but I'm building more, obviously. And he does have a vampire out, so that was a pretty quick vampire. But I'm going to be able to use these banshees and my RB to try to just kill a bunch of tanks and get us a tank lead. Because while he does have a vampire, I have enough banshees, like 7 or 8, where I can just shoot tanks and get us a tank lead. Because having 1 or 2 vampires isn't going to be able to deal with this many banshees quick enough to the point where I can't do damage. So I'm trying to rage now. Their Arbiter is red bar, and it looks like we're going to try to land a canny on him. It looks like he ran out of money as well. And it looks like we did just kill the Arbiter with our tanks. We got the canny glitch off, so we do have more cannies, but 2 of our tanks are weak. They were dropping a heal right here. I'm just going to start trying to go to town on their tanks, but they dropped the D-bomb. So because of Defender's advantage, they do have 4 tanks here, and we also have 4 tanks, but 2 of ours are weak. But yeah, Defender's advantage is just really helping them out a bunch right here. So we might have to pull back for a second. Looks like now it's 2-2 for tanks on offense, but Legit has his tanks streaming across the map. And I was going, since he is on vampires now, I'm dropping down to a single summit, and instead I'm going to start teching my Arbiter.
because air is just going Banshees. It's just kind of pointless at this point in the game. Just because he does have a couple of vampires out now, and I don't have Banshee numbers because I used them to kill as many tanks as I could. But yeah, my Arbiter was teching. I was going to be trying to camp the Expo, trying to just kill tanks that are coming out one by one. But instead, legit wanted me to run down and give me a heal while I finished getting a full tech 1 Arbiter, and so that's what I did. I just ran down. Now I'm healed. Full tech 1 is done, and I'm just gonna rage run up and get with the tanks. Their Arbiter might be coming back out. I'm not too sure. I would assume Extrakz is rebuilding his Arbiter, and he's probably out by now. But we do have 5 tanks up on offense and a fully healed Arbiter, a fully healed Tech 1 Arbiter, and they have used their D-Bomb. So as long as all goes well in this next engagement, there shouldn't be too much that they can do. So we used a couple cannies, and I'm waiting for Legit to tell me that they used their cannies, so I can just run in there and pretty much mop up everything. But yeah, so here we're just going around the base chasing. They drop a Mac Blast, and it kills a tank, so that's a pretty good Mac for them. And here we go. He hasn't used his cannies yet, but he does have a weak tank. We drop a Mac, and our Mac misses, so that kind of sucks because they landed their Mac and we didn't. But yeah, now I'm gonna try to just rage these tanks back here. It's kind of hard raging next to bases like in this game. Like you just get so stuck back there. But I do kill that tank, and I still am about half health. So I am going to just keep trying to rage tanks, but then I realize there's 2 tanks over here, so I'm just going to, like, you just hit so many pads. Like, it's just, no matter where you put your stick on the tanks, and then it still hits the pads, just because this is Halo Wars mechanics. But yeah, it's okay. My Arbiter is still alive, and Extrakz just ended up resigning, because I believe we might have killed his Arbiter. I didn't catch that, sorry. But yeah, Extrakz really didn't have anything, and we have so many tanks on offense. They just end up resigning. So, that's a repository game, and now we're going to move on to game 2. It's going to be on Beasley's Plateau. It's also going to be a Cutter Arbiter mirror with me and BH. I'm too legit. But this time, Barcelona is going to be the Cutter, and LH is going to be the Arbiter on their team. So one thing I've noticed in this Too Easy series is I get a lot of games are Beasley's and repository, and I don't know. That's just how they end up. Maybe next time I'll try to make sure that there's not a Beasley's or repo game. I do have some docs games, but I'm not too sure how if I want to show those or not, just for certain reasons. But yeah, I'll just try to make sure I don't get a Beasley's or repo game. It's just what I got right now. But yeah, so what we're gonna be doing is I'm just going to be trying to kill his hogs. Because we're just fighting over middle money, and I'm just trying to make sure I don't get rammed too much and do as much damage to them as I can. Legit is scouting their base. I don't quite remember if he went Temple first this game or not. I just can't remember. I know that those two really like going Temple first on Beasley's, but I didn't quite catch it in this game again. But yeah, I'm gonna be picking up money, and it looks like I'm just gonna be building a bunch of suies. So we're gonna be doing the classic threatening the cheese. I know people hate when I say that because they're like, no, you're just cheesing. Nah. We threatening the cheese. So yeah, we're stacking up suies, and we're just gonna have that Maca Blaster ready at the ready. Guess this is Cheesley's Plateau after all. So yeah, I'm just gonna be rage running through the middle. I'm pretty sure that Ghost saw like he had to have seen my Arbiter going through the middle, so. I don't know, but I'm just going to rage run through the middle and do my best not to get shot, and I do pretty good, because if you get stuck in the middle with all those 3-star Marines and snipers, then you're going to lose a lot of health on your Arbiter, and that's never good. So I'm going to unlock my base and start pouring in my grunts. I'm probably going to have to start rage running. Oh, the game. Wait, what the heck is the game? No, ball, we're back. It froze on my screen for a second. Oh, wow, it's still frozen. Here, no, we good. We back. Just lagging. But they do hit Citadel, and I'm just going to DQ that last grunt, and we're going to try to do some damage to this base. Luckily, he queued Citadel at a point where we didn't drop the Mac, and we didn't throw any grunts in. So we should be okay. Because even though we're not going to be able to actually kill the base, we're going to just be able to... I'll be able to throw 1 grunt into each pad, and we should be able to kill every single all these pads. Oh, it looks like he did splash damage that one grunt, so that's pretty good for him. So we do only have 2 weak pads on their base and another one with a little bit of damage to it. But yeah, so the problem this is with doing this is we don't have any hooks right now, and they have 2 hooks on the map and we have 0. So I'm just gonna recalling because there are this many hogs on my base. I don't quite know where their Arbiter is right now. But oh, their Arbiter just recalled, it looks like. But I do go after these hogs. I get 2 hogs. I'm gonna hit on this hog, but then he turns around. But I'm just gonna keep chasing it, and I'm gonna be able to kill that warthog. So I got 3 hog kills, and I'm sure legit lost a couple of hogs too. But not too big of a deal. We still have a couple hogs on his base while he was chasing. So now, since I'm just right next to this hook, I'm gonna actually clear the hook so we can start getting pads. So I'm just going to take 1 pad and tell legit to get the other pad, so we can just split the pads, obviously, so it doesn't hurt one of us too bad if we lose a hook. And I'm just going to slap down this last rebel. So yeah, I would say we are, it's pretty much even maybe right now. We are getting a turret on their hook. They might be a little ahead of us at this point. So I would actually bet we're a little bit behind because they do have all those pads on the hooks. But then again, the Covey base is a little stripped. So what you can see right here, if you look at the 4 hooks on the map, is the different play styles of the teams. It looks like their Covenant player took 3 out of the 4 pads on the 2 hooks, while legit, the UNSC on my team took 3 out of the 4 pads. So it's just a little bit of different play style. You can get a lot of weird things going on Beasley's, and every team likes to do things a little bit differently. But here's his hogs. I run to the back of his base, and I start killing a bunch of hogs. And it looks like he just sold a pad for a depot. And since we do have a couple of hogs and my Arbiter down here, we should be able to deny this depot for a little bit. And maybe get some tanks, get a tank lead. Well, we should definitely be getting a tank lead because I'm sure legit has a depot building right now as well, if it's not already up. So here, because they know they can't fight my Arbiter and our hogs, they are going to go over and try to snag the hook, my turret, on my hook. So I'm just going to try to keep queuing and dequeuing that so that they can't get it. Because I know if they get it, then I'm going to have to recall and try to go back there. So we were debating in this game whether I should just recall and go kill the hogs, or if he should just send his hogs back. And ultimately, since he has 4 hogs and Barcelona only has 3, he's just going to end up going back and trying to kill those warthogs. So it looks like somehow we lost like all our hogs though, and he didn't lose like any. That doesn't really make sense, but that's what happened. But I'm on Citadel now, and I'm queuing a Summit. I do have 2 weak pads there. Arbiter is right there. He is red bar. Yeah, he's just a red bar Arbiter. And I'm going to be, but I do see right here that they are grabbing our turret, and I really don't want them to get our pads, because right now we're even on hooks, so I don't want them to get our turret, actually, which would have let them get our pads. So I'm going to just recall and let them get a depot up in the end. But we did delay it for a good bit, and I'm going to rage this building turret, and I get 3 rage hits on it. So, and now I'm just going to go back and try to kill these warthogs, which I do. The one warthog, I guess, but they do, because their Covenant does have 3 out of 3 pads on the hooks. He is going to, he's obviously on Banshees before me, so he has 3 Banshees at my base. But yeah, I'm going to try to kill his Arbiter, and I do get a Starberber with my last bit of money on that Arbiter. So, and now I'm going to just start trying to go to town on these Banshees. So that's pretty good for us. We killed 3 Banshees and an Arbiter right there, so legit has no fear of an Arbiter when he's clearing our hook out right now. So right momentarily we are ahead on hooks, which is pretty solid for us. But I do have that weak blessed pad, and there's another another weak pad that I don't have blessed. I would bless them if they were full health, that other one, but it just kind of sucks that it's weak, and I know it's probably going to die at some point. So yeah, I'm just building a Summit, and I'm just pretty much, because I know that he's probably been on double Summit or at least single Summit much longer than I was, I'm just going to, instead of building Banshees this game, I'm just going to try to save into Vampires and try to tech my Arbiter at some point, and yeah, just try to, oh, it looks like I might be trying to go double Summit instead, actually. Am I planning on? I might be going Banshees actually. Actually, no. I don't think I'm going Banshees. So, because I'm not building out of the summit. So it looks like I'm trying to shield up, just because I want to bless that other weak pad and not let them just do a bunch of damage to my base. But instead, I know the pad is not going to get up, so I'm just going to build a supply pad because I'm about to lose the supply pad. I'm going to walk down to the hook next to Barcelona's base because I know the second he gets a tank out, that's where he's going to want to send his tank to try to get the hook back, because right now we do have 3 out of 4 hooks on the map. And the longer we hold this hook lead is obviously the better for us. We're just going to get further and further ahead. So, yeah, I'm just walking my Arbiter down here to try to protect it, because normally people send stock tanks over to clear out this because it's like the first or second tank. So if I have like a teched up Arbiter, I don't even have tech on my Arbiter now, I just have a star, but a star is more than enough. So I just DQ, IQ tech 2 to try to get into vampires, but I DQ it, and I start raging the tanks. Legit just clicked me because he clicked me. Yeah, I didn't even ask for a click. I don't think I remember not even saying anything, but he just clicked me. But whatever. I forced him to drop a D-bomb. My Arbiter is weak. I'm just going to end up running away because of the D-bomb. And that click is going to help me get into vampires a little bit quicker here. So I'm going to queue a supply pad and build on my base finally. And queue a vampire. So right there, he flared, legit flared, and when it said build a vampire out of that hook. But since I didn't have money to queue 2 at once, I just ended up saying, like, if I DQ that one and then queue it out of that one, it's probably just pointless. So I just kept it building out of the one in my main. But they are just chasing our tanks. As legit is pushing his tanks over to the hook to try to get with my Arbiter. Because, one, I can protect his tanks with my Arbiter. And if he just stays back, there's really not much he can do. Like we just want to push because we are ahead on hooks. Because we're still 3 out of 4 hooks, which is really good. And yeah, it looks like he has 3 tanks down here, and we have 2 tanks. They're not uncanny though. We are on canister shell, and they are not. So, and it looks like I'm not building my base if you look back there. So I'm pulling quite the 0 subset this game. But yeah, not building on my base, but I am raging tanks. I don't have any tech on my Arbiter, like I said. But I am raging. This star is helping me out a little bit, keeping me from dying. And yeah, I killed those 2 weak tanks, and we have a depot down here now. With this turret, I'm gonna start raging the Banshees. We're building a Wolverine out of that depot because I believe we're building a Wolverine because we just need to get this air under control because we have a tank lead because he's still on stock and we're about on even tank numbers. They're doing everything to try to kill my Arbiter. They're ramming it. If I didn't have this star right now, my Arbiter would definitely be dead. So this star is making a huge difference in this game. And this is pretty much just winding to a close. They're just going to try to keep killing trying to kill my Arbiter, but we have vampires and a Wolverine here. In a second, we're going to look over, and both of us notice at the same time he's getting canny, and he just